Hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to Edgewater Farms. We are, indeed, playing Farm Sim 22. You're worse than my cat, dude. Oh, sorry, do that. What do we got? $28.99. Well, you'll get through the day. No problem. The chickaducks are still doing reasonably well. And, it's quite a nice Saskatchewan morning. It did rain all night, so that's not going to make today's job any easier, which of course is to teterate the field of grass. Well, I guess it's not so much grass now. It's been laying down in a dead position for a day. Yeah. I need to give a quick scrub to our tractor so I can see out the windows, because I find that to be, well, convenient at least. Oh, there is one thing here. Since we're nice and close, I just want to see what the condition of our wheat crop is at the moment. Yo. So, we'll just duck in here. Still says ho, huh? Well, ho ho ho, you're gonna get a spray hey hey. But that's after we do some more grass work. Indeed. Hope everybody's doing well. It is Wednesday morning here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast. And, oops, that already is running. And yeah, I really can tell that the night temperatures are giving us hints that autumn is well on its way. We're good for fuel, so let's just pull in by the water here. Oof. I forgot this thing's got the turning radius of a small planet. There we go. Yeah, just about time to take out the traditional morning walk gear, which is of course a toque. So I can quit leaking all that warm air out of my head when I go out. Apparently that's a thing. You lose a lot of your heat through your head. So, who'd have thought? Although I think some people have exceptionally large heads. How else would they hold that much ego? Alright, now I can see out the window. Oops, blew some of the paint right off the door. Well, that's okay. We're not here because we're pretty. Of course, we're not here because we're rich either, so, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So we got a little bit of silage going. Good to know that the cows have a food source. Well, a food source to fill the mixer to have a food source. They are absolutely out of the other two ingredients that make up that magic muck. Such a desolate place there. I don't know. What? Well, take your giant truck and stay behind me where you belong. This is YouTube. There's only so much you can say. Big shout out to my usual viewers. As always, your support is appreciated. There are links to some channels that I follow and you might enjoy if you watch in the description down below. I always encourage you check them out. And then there's the whole begging for subs and likes. So yada yada, beg, 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 sub, like. Thank you. Alright. 'tis time to get in an honest day's work. Well, honest morning's work anyway. Go! Whoosh, make your mess. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. Just shred it, Freddy. Woohoo. We'll be picking up grass in the creek. Alright. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, this ain't one of them precision jobs, that's for sure. Now, did I go around the back? Probably, eh? Why not, you know? Whee! I can't see. Obviously, these are not the sort of tracks I'll be able to make with the windrower by any stretch. Whoa. Remember way back when I first started playing this. Or at least doing the mowing part. I'd done the same thing. I'd mowed all the grass, and it was basically looking pretty much like this. It wasn't... I don't think the mower actually had the capability of leaving you a windrow. I think that was sort of a bit advanced. In fact, I think it was one of those... we call them sickle mowers, scythe mowers, something like that. But yeah, I mowed it, and then I windrowed it, and then I went over it with the tedder, and I was so disappointed it made such a mess of my nice, neat windrows. I was going, oh, this is cool, because I thought the idea at the time was to not only scoop it into a row, but then to combine 2 or 3 rows. You know, so that you had you could pick up a fair chunk of it. But, so yeah, I'd, you know, make a row, and then I'd pull it over a little further with the windrower so that it mated with the next row, and then, you know, I'd move that to meet with the next row, and then, okay, well, there's a pretty decent pile, and I'd go on and, you know, another 3 or 4 passes on a different section. And then, yeah, then I came along with the tedder. And I'm like, oh no, look what it's done to my beautiful rows. So I'd start all again. It'd take me like 6 passes to, you know, with different machines back and forth, until I'd finally reach a point where I could, well, you couldn't bale it up because the balers wouldn't accept grass, right? So you had to basically turn it to hay if you wanted to bale it. And I believe at that time you had to use a mod to feed hay to the animals. They only accepted grass. But they didn't, that was before seasons, so grass wouldn't rot on you either. I don't know if it still does that though. Okay. Well, there's once around. Yeehaw. Up you get. Ah, a good lad. A little more. Down you go. Whee! More mess was had by all. Ah, come on. Let's get this stuff done so I don't have to keep making this silly loop. Whee! Alright. There we go. Should actually be able to do a couple of up and downs. Just doesn't have the turning radius. Oops. Let's get nice and close and get this part we missed back here. Whoosh! There we are. Like I say, it didn't really help our cause here that it rained all night. And now it's starting to cloud over. We may end up having to leave this stuff for a day sitting in the field. We'll see. If it's gonna rain again, that would kind of suck. Yeah, it just cannot turn quick enough. Has this thing made us any saplings yet? I don't think so, eh? Don't think so. Which is too bad, because until it does... we can't get the second part of that going. Because it requires the saplings. I mean, I suppose we could go buy a couple of pallets, but, you know. We're cutting all of these things together to try and make us money, not to cost us money. So, yeah, this thing's just got a terrible turning radius. Yeah, it's not the... it's not the implement we're towing, that's just the best it can do. Alright, get this net. Nice. Cover a bit of ground here. So, I guess some project I've got to get to here pretty quick is I've gone and basically upgraded my electric scooter to the point where it's pretty much unrideable. Yeah, it accelerates so quickly and goes so quickly that the old standard brake system no longer does it. But because it is so far from stock, there's also no standard brake upgrade that I can use. So basically I've got to manufacture a bracket that's going to fit the particular suspension in the rear that I'm using to hold a frame to hold the rear brake. So I think I have found a suitable piece of material. Now it's just going to be a matter of doing the finicky fidgety thing to make it fit. Because man, you know, you've got the tolerances between the brake pads and those discs is so tiny that basically whatever holds that caliper over the disc has got to be perfectly centered. Absolutely perfectly. And I'm going to be hand machining said part. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so we've only got that smaller part of the field to go there, pretty much. Oh, that's cool. $35 liters? Really? It's It's almost as slow as growing them out in the woods. Jeez. It's probably Bobo the cat setting off my porch camera alarm. That's okay. It's starting to get a little chillier, and I think this year I'm going to convince Dixie and Dexter that we should take Bobo in over the winter. Because he ain't getting any younger, and it gets pretty dang cold in the winter these days. So, I mean, I built him an insulated shelter on the porch and stuff that he can, if it gets cold, he can get in out of the cold, you know, but still. Not a great life. And he's such a nice cat. It still absolutely baffles me that after, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now of every once in a while posting him on the local lost pet thing and all of that, that nobody's come forward. Because he is a very, I mean, he's not a common cat. He's a chocolate point Siamese cross. And, you know, he's a little bit cross-eyed, and he's got all the proper markings. But he doesn't have the Siamese body at all. He's built like your normal, fairly stocky boy. And I don't mean chubby either. In fact, I think since last year he's lost a bit of weight. I might even have to just take him in for a general, oh, I guess you can't. See, there's a thing with vets now. I don't think they'll actually, allow you to just bring an animal in for an exam anymore unless they have a record that the animal's had its shots. Which I guess it makes sense. It protects any other animals they have in the office at the time, or, you know, the overnight patients and stuff like that, but still. I mean, he seems to be in really good health. And he's certainly well fed. I think I'm only one of a couple of different places on his trap line where he can count on getting a meal. Although, he is there every single morning when I open the door to go for my walk, waiting for his breakfast, purring and chirping away. Whoa, crazy crow. I hope that was a good worm or whatever the heck you were after. I'm kind of missing playing Baldur's Gate 3. I put it on hold because I want to get through Starfield. Just because despite all the people who seem so severely disappointed with the game, and when you look at the reality of it, every single one of them is just, it's not the game they expected. You know, they thought it was going to be Star Citizen, No Man's Sky, and Elite Dangerous all wrapped up into one, but it has nothing to do with any of those. You know, Those are space sims. It's an RPG. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. Problem is, I sort of can't have two big outside projects towards my on top of my normal game series on the channel. It's just for one, it's really not good for me to sit for hours on end in the same chair because of the issues with my blood stuff. And for another, there's only so much time you really want to dedicate to playing video games. There's other things to do in life. I have other hobbies, other commitments. So, yeah, I was just sitting there yesterday evening, in fact, playing Starfield and thinking, now, the cave I'm in right now in BD3, yeah, but yeah, whatever. It's, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Seeing all the videos on YouTube with Starfield and Starscam, and so you watch the first couple of minutes just to see if they've actually found some legitimate... Oh, come on. Really? There we go. We have a winner. You know, some legitimate thing that they found that, you know, is a breaking bug or whatever, but no, it always comes, well, you don't actually get to travel between planets because, you know, yeah, because it's not a space sim. The travel part is not what's important. It's the destinations that are. You know, the base building is nothing compared to some other, you know, like even survival games. Well, I suppose, but then again, you know, I think the only reason they even included it was because it was reasonably successful in the last Fallout games. So, here we go. So the question here is, do I need to leave that for a day? Or do I want to window it? Yeah, I suppose I do, don't I? Alright, well this is gonna be a bit of a weird one to figure out. Yeah, you know what? I think instead of taking this on right now, what we're gonna do, whoops, is grab the little green monster. And go pick up, well, we need our spiky bit. Where's the spiky bit? Oh. How the heck did I get it up there? That's pretty talented. Well, we definitely must have done some of that. That wouldn't have been good. Okay. Alright, let's go narwhale our way into town. I suppose I should run the beacon on this, considering I have my jousting rod ready. Oh, look. Somebody left something in the middle of the road. Whatever will we do? What are you doing for fuel? You're fine. You're sure, huh? You may pass. Hey, this is cool. No. You may pass. Okay. Now all I gotta do is figure out a way I can charge every one of them $10 for me to lift the thing, and we could just blow off farming altogether. Indeed. The nice thing is I could do it anywhere. I could just pull 10 degrees to the side right now and put that thing down. The next car coming up the lane would have to stop. Give me my $10. Alright, so it is not these that I desire. No. We need... Yeah, that's nice. Food for the chickens. So, let's see what we can do. Wheat. 14,000. 13,000. $12.50. Talk about competition, eh? 14, 13, 12.50. Do I hear $1? Bob, I bet $1. Road salt, seeds, and stones. Okay, well. Yeah, looks like the $12.50 is the winner. Looks like $12.50 is the winner. It's not miscellaneous. What do you mean $2,500 on miscellaneous? It's chicken food. Don't list it as miscellaneous. I won't be able to write it off on my farm taxes. Dang it. Now, let's get you even higher up the fork. There we go. Now, hopefully when I bring the tip down to grab this guy, he won't be touching the ground and mess me up. Of course, I actually have to be capable of hitting the thing. There we go. And we got you both. Nice. Alright. Off to the chicken pit. Oh. Beacons. Thump thump. Whee! That's quite the swing. Now, yep. Da 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 da. Yep. Oh, not quite. sure why they felt they had to place it exactly on there. No. Oh, that's right. The hitbox is outside the pen. I keep forgetting that. I keep trying to put it right in the trough, but it doesn't. It goes here. Ta-da. That's all you want? Yep, 2,500 liters. So... Ooh, look at that. We got us 2 flats of eggs. 2. Not that side. Because that's where I tend to drive vehicles. Alright. Look at me! I'm an idiot. Woohoo! Woohoo! Doing the tripod. No, 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 no. Beautiful. All right. Oops. Be good. There we go. We'll jump in it tomorrow to do something, get a dead battery. That would just please us, wouldn't it? No. So, oh, besides the, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this. Besides the spinnery things, I made a deal with the local gas station. So the other farmers in the area and homeowners can grab themselves propane for their various house heating and other needs. Yeah, seemed like a good side gig. Don't pay much for the rental on them, and they generate a little bit of income every now and then. So what are you doing with yourself? We have 1,123 liters of acetic and a bunch of compost. Now I think the compost I can sell. I believe. Bambi. Freak. I see them every morning when I go on my walk. And of course it's so dark now that it's a little bit scary. Because, well, deer are about the only thing that does wander around out there that isn't likely to take a swipe at you if it's in a bad mood. Because we have a large amount of bears, which generally aren't aggressive, but the grizzlies are moving closer to where we are. They're not your black bear. And we also have cougars. In fact, to the point where I see on the local market thing this morning that some point yesterday afternoon a cougar came into her yard where it caught a deer and killed it and ate as much as it could, and then it came back. So they phoned Fish and Wildlife to say, well, what are we supposed to do with the rest of this deer carcass? I mean, it's still 90% intact, right? And they told them, well, drag it off to the woods. Basically, like, don't leave it on a rural property because it's just going to bring other critters in to go, what's on the menu, man? And that's not a good thing, of course, because, well, you know, We're talking about an area where young children and such live. So they did that, and sure enough, the cat shows up looking for it. So managed to take some really nice pictures, so I'll give it that. But yeah, so when I'm out there in the morning and suddenly some deer breaks out of somebody's yard and wallows off in front of me, it can't... Jeez, this thing is just edgy as heck, man. It can make you wonder for a moment what it is, you know? Oh, that's gonna be a rough corner. I'm hoping to be able to basically do 2 perimeters. And then straight row it from there, more or less. I mean, finding places to do straight roads in a field that's shaped like an egg dropped from 60 feet in the air is not perhaps going to be the easiest task. Perfect. And up you get, me lovelies. Whoops. I found this windrower makes the tractor quite floaty. Makes the handling questionable. Okay. Oh, that looks reasonable. Because why not? Actually, come on, Bucky. Let's get you around here. Of course that's solid. Why would I expect it to be anything else? Hmm? Yeah, quite the little pain in the butt, this field. But it looks like it's going to produce a decent swap of hay, so... the sheep, goats, and the cows are going to appreciate that, I'm sure. If I get those to spin fast enough, maybe it'd be like a drone and we could take off. Just fly home. E.T., fly home. Now I have a feeling, my friends, that I've probably overstayed my welcome here, so I should probably call the episode. I do appreciate you spending the time, and yeah, if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. So take care of each other, have yourselves an awesome day, and ciao for now.